Hello dear students, welcome back. In this video we are going to discuss about series solution of ordinary differential equation, but particularly we will discuss about the Frobenius series method whenever we have the individual roots have the difference is an integer. So let us see case number 3. The difference is belong to the integer but the m1 is less than m2. If node number 1 and node number 2, if it is not going to be happen, then we will consider that the node number 3. If in that case our general solution will be what? C1 y1 plus C2 y2, but y1 will be corresponding to m is equal m1 and this will be corresponding to m is equal m2, and that will be the general solution. So what I am just going to focus here that whenever we have the sum of the coefficient of the y series becomes infinite, so in that case what we will replace, a0 is replaced by c0 m minus m1 for the smaller value of m is equal m1, because we have assumed that m1 is nothing but smaller value, say m1, and m2 will be the larger one. So in that case we will replace by a0 by c0 times m minus m1. So let us see. For example, suppose you are getting that the a1 tends to, that is the infinite for m is equal m1. If I say that is the 1, that means what we have to do, we have to replace that the a0 by c0 times m minus m1. So in that case what will be the general solution? So general solution will be y is equal c1 times y, m is replaced by mn, plus c2 times whatever we have that the function, what we will find that the del y by del m, and then we will replace by m is equal, that is the m1, and that will be the final answer. So in that case, note number 2, if some coefficient of y series becomes indeterminate forms, that means we are getting that the 0 by 0 form. Suppose you have given that a2 is equal a1 divided by m minus 1, and if you are talking that the m is equal 1, so what you are going to get, that is the 0 by 0 form. So in that case what we will represent as an arbitrary constant, treat as it is, and therefore according to that our general solution will be y is equal c1 y1 plus c2 y2. So let us move on to the particular question. Find the series solution of the differential equation by the Frobenius series method, but we are trying that x0 is equal 0. So here x0 is equal 0 is nothing but regular singular point of the equation number 1, that you can verify. So try yourself that is the point x is equal 0 is a regular singular point or not. If it is regular singular point, so we will apply the Frobenius method. So let us assume that this is step number 1. So in that case what we will do, let us assume that the general solution y is equal summation k is equal 0 to infinite ak x raised to k plus m, the solution of equation number 1. So it satisfies differential equation. So we will start with y dash and y double dash, summation k is equal 0 to infinite k plus m ak x raised to k plus m minus 1, and y double dash, that will be the summation starting from 0 to infinite k plus m minus 1 ak x raised to k plus m minus 2. Now substituting all this value in the given differential equation, so x squared times y double dash, so this is our y double dash, then x raised to cube is there, then y dash is there, then x square minus 2y, so already it is written over here. Now what we will do in the next step, we will multiply x square inside, x raised to cube inside, x square with this and 2 with this. So after simplifying you will get this one, k is equal 0 to infinite k plus m minus 1 ak into x raised to k plus m, plus summation starting from 0 to infinite k plus m ak x raised to k plus m plus 2, plus summation starting from 0 to infinite ak x raised to k plus m plus 2 minus 2 times summation k is equal 0 to infinite ak x raised to k plus m is equal 0. Now our next target is what? To make the same power of x. So this is our next step here. So here x raised to k plus m is there, here x raised to k plus m is there. So why not we make here the same power, that is x raised to k plus m. So what I have to do, I have to replace that k is equal k minus 2, and the same argument I have to follow, that k is replaced by k minus 2. So after writing that, this is the first same, this is second, that will be k minus 2 is equal 0. So summation starting from k is equal to infinite k plus m minus 2 k minus 2 x raised to k plus n, and here the same argument you can provide here, and finally last term is over here. Now in the next step what we will do, we want to compare on the both side. So let us make the same index of the summation. So here summation is starting from 0, this is the starting from 2, here already starting from 2, and this is starting from 0. So let us put here k is equal 0 and 1, again same, put here k is equal 0 and 1 over here. So let us first start with the k is equal 0 over here. So you will get this one. Again if you put k is equal 0, so you will get this one, and if you put k is equal, that is the 1 over here, so you will get this one, and if you put k is equal 1 over here, so you will get this one. And after that we compile all these terms, that summation starting from 2 to infinite, whatever it is. So I have written over here, this is also over here, and finally ak minus 2 is there, again minus 2 times ak times x raised to k plus m is equal 0. Now it's time to compare on the both the side, because we have the 0, 0 can be represented as the series form, so we can compare on the both the side. So let us see this one. We have taken that a0 common from here, a1 common from here, a1 into x raised to m plus 1. So we will have this one, and compiling terms is there. So to get the industrial equation, what we are taking, that the lowest power of x raised to, so x raised to m is nothing but lowest power, so we are taking that its coefficient equal to 0. So therefore m times m minus 1 minus 2 into a0 is equal 0. But when I take a0 is non-zero, so I will have this has to be what, exactly 0. So after simplifying that, what you will get, m is equal to n minus 1, and these are the indicial roots. So this is known as indicial roots. And similarly what I have to compare with this equal to 0, again I have to take this is equal to 0, so that you can see that we have taken that m1 is equal minus 1, m2 is equal 2, so difference is nothing but integer form. Now just take this is equal to 0. So we have written that m times m plus 1 minus 2 times a1 is equal 0. So for this value we can observe that this is non-zero, and therefore a1 has to be what, exactly 0, and the remaining that will be what, our recurrence relation. And from this we can write ak is equal higher in terms of the lower, so k plus m minus 2, and this is plus 1 is there, so after simplifying you will get k plus m minus 1 minus is there ak minus 2 divided by k plus m into k plus m minus 1 minus 2, and this is known as the recurrence relation. But now thing is that we have to determine that what will be the coefficient when m is equal, m1 is equal minus 1 and m is equal minus 2. So let us first consider its recurrence relation, that whatever we have written over in the previous slide, that is same. But now if I consider the case number 1, m1 is equal minus 1, and after simplifying you will get this one, k minus 2 divided by k times k minus 3, and minus is there ak minus 2, and this is what our recurrence relation when we talk about that particular case, m is equal, m1 is equal minus 1. So let us put first k is equal to, so what you will get, 2 minus 2, that is going to be 0, so a2 is equal 0. So let us put k is equal, that is the 3, so this is our general form. So while I take k is equal 3, so what I will get, this is the limiting text that we have taken here, that that is limit k tends to 3, whatever it is, I'm just mentioning that k minus 2 divided by k times k minus 3. So just take multiplication inside this bracket. So we have k square minus 3k times, and here it is a1. But we know that a1 is nothing but 0. So 0 divided by this is what k is equal to, that is going to be 0 by 0 form. So what we will apply that the indeterminate forms. So just take its derivative with respect to k. So what I will get, a1 divided by 2k minus 3. But when I take that the k is equal 3, so what I will get, that is a minus a1 divided by, this is going to be 6 minus 3, that is a 3. Since a1 is equal to 0, and hence answer is going to be 0. So a3 has the answer 0. What about the k is equal 4? So what I will get, 4 minus 2, that is going to be 2, divided by 4 minus 1, and 4 minus 2, that is going to be a2, but a2 itself is nothing but 0, and therefore answer is going to be 0. a5 also it will be 0, and so on. That means remaining all the terms will be 0, and therefore the solution y1 can be written as, because we have that the solution that we have assumed that x raised to k plus m, but again this can be written as x raised to m summation x raised to k. Here constant is that. So whenever you start with k is equal 0 onwards, so whenever we expand it, so we will have this one, but we are taking the particular case m is equal m1, that is we have minus 1, and after putting all these constants, so we will have a0 divided by x, and that is our first solution. Now the target is to determine the another solution. So case number 2. So here this is what our standard recurrence relation, just replaced by k is equal to 2. So what you will get, m is equal to is replaced by over here, and after simplifying you will get this one, and where k is equal to 3, 4 and so on. So let us put k is equal to, so what you will get, minus 3 times divided by 2 times for a0, and that is a0, that is arbitrary constant. So we will get minus 3 divided by 10 a0. K is equal to 3, so what I will get, 3 plus 1, that is the 4, divided by 3 times 3 plus 3, that is the 6, but minus is there, and 3 minus 2, that is going to be 1. So but a1 is nothing but 0, so we will get answer 0. K is equal 4, so we will get a4, and a2 is there, so just replace it, and simplifying you will get 3 divided by 56 times a0 and so on. So its solution is given by y2 is equal x raised to m2 times a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus and so on. So let us replace a0, that is arbitrary constant, a1 is equal 0, a2 is equal, that is minus 3 divided by 10 times a0, a3 is 0, a4 is nothing but 3 divided by 56 a0 and so on. So after we can observe that a0 is nothing but constant, so we can take outside this expression. So we have 1 plus a1 is nothing but 0, a2 is nothing but minus 3 divided by 10 x raised to cube, a3 is nothing but 0, and a4 that we have 3 divided by 56 into x raised to 4 plus and so on. So finally what you are getting at, x square a0 1 minus 3 divided by 10 x square plus 3 divided by 56 x raised to 4 plus and so on, and this is the y2, and therefore general solution is given by phi of x is equal c1 y1 plus c2 y2. So whatever it is y1 and y2, so just you need to replace over here, and that will be the final solution. Now let us see another question. Find the series solution of the differential equation x square minus x into y double dash minus x times y dash plus y is equal 0 about x is equal 0. So clearly x is equal 0 is the regular singular point of the equation number 1, that you can verify. Therefore the Frobenius series method is applicable. So this is the assumed solution. So after substituting y dash y double dash over here, and we simplify with this, and also we simplify with this, so we will get this first and second term, and we will get multiply with this, so we will get this one, and last term that is over here. Now our target is to make the same power of x. So here x raised to k plus m is there, here x raised to k plus m is there, k plus m is there. So both I'm just going to consider k is equal k plus 1. So after simplifying, I'm just going to concentrate on this one and we will have this one. So what we have written over here, k is replaced by k plus 1 and we will get this one and the remaining terms are the same. Now what we have to do, we have to find that the same index of the summation, but we know that having the same index then we will get the indicial roots. So while I take k is equal minus 1 only in these terms, so I will get that the indicial equation, and after that it will help to get the recurrence relation, that is starting from k is equal 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So I'm just taking that k is equal minus 1 over here, so indicial equation will be 0, this one, and when I take the h0 is non-zero, so we will get m times m minus 1 is equal 0. So m is equal 0 and 1. Say the smaller one m1 is equal 0 and the given that is m1 is equal 1 with the difference is difference is the integer. So again from the recurrence relation that we have, so you can get this one, and again it is starting from 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So next we are simplifying whatever we have. So ak plus 1, that is we have the recurrence relation. I'm just multiplying with the k plus m. So what I will get, k plus m square minus 2 times k plus m plus 1 divided by whatever it is, that is the denominator same, times ak. So now this is what exactly a perfect square, that you know that x square minus 2x plus 1, and this is what exactly x minus 1 square. The same formula I'm using here. So we will get this one, and k is equal, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. But when I take k is equal 0, so I will get this one, k is equal 1, so I will get this one. But we can observe that when we are focusing on the m is equal 0 and 1, so let us focus on the first smaller value, that m is equal m1 is equal 0. So what I will get, just look at here, that is the denominator is going to be, that is the 0, and therefore it tends to be what, exactly infinite. If I replace a1, whatever it tends to be infinite, when m tends to be what, exactly 0, the same argument is occurrence with the a2, and then the same argument will occurrence for the a3 and so on. So therefore what we can take, that the a1 is equal, a2 is equal, a3 and so on, all these terms tends to be what, exactly infinite. So whatever we have discussed in the starting video, that whenever we have that the infinite any constant or 0 by 0 its a form is there, so in that case we will have the different solution. So which kind it will be the solution? So let us discuss with this. So in that case a0 is replaced by c0 times m minus m1, but m1 is nothing but 0, so we will get a0 is equal c0m. Now substituting all these value in a1 and a2. So this is our a1, this is our a2. So I am replacing that the first a0 is equal c0m. So just replace it here. So we will get here c0 times m minus 1 square divided by m plus 1, because m will be eliminated. Now a2 is equal this one. So now a1 is replaced by this quantity. So I will get that this one and so on. Now substituting all these value in the assumed solution, so I will have this one. This is our a0, then we have a1, then a2, a3 and so on, but we can observe that all the terms are containing c0, so that's why we have taken that common c0 over here. Now if we put m is equal 0 for the first solution, so what I will get, this is a 0. If I put m is equal 0, so I will get x only. Then after each and every terms will have m, and therefore m is equal 0 in the numerator, and therefore it will be for answer 0. So we will get the y1 is equal c0x. Now I am just finding at the second solution. So what I have to find, del y by del m, and then after we will take that the m is equal 0. So this is our y. So I am trying to find out that the partial derivative with respect to m. So first, what will be the derivative keeping this one constant? So this is the constant, and I am taking that it's partial derivative with respect to m. We know that y is equal x raised to m, and if I suppose to find that the dy by dm, so what we will do generally, so x raised to m is there and ln x, and that we do, and the same argument we are going to follow here where m is greater than 0. So here x raised to m is there, we are trying to find a partial derivative with respect to m, so we have ln x, and this is the same, and we can observe that third onwards all the terms containing the higher powers of n and the numerator, and when I consider this is the constant, what will be the derivative part of this one with respect to n? So let us first derivative of m with respect to n, that is the one. So here I am just taking the dot product rule for the derivative. 1 divided by m plus 1, that is the same, I have not changed. So derivative of the numerator, that will be what, 2 times m minus 1 times x, minus, because we know that y is equal 1 by x, so dy by dx is what, that we know that minus 1 by xy. So why not we apply the same argument, m minus 1 square into x is there, 1 divided by m plus 1 is there, so what it will be, minus times 1 divided by m plus 1 square x plus, and whatever you do derivatives, so each and every terms containing power of m, that will be the in the numerator. So therefore just we write that this is the same statement over here. Now I'm taking that m is equal 0, so what I will get, m is equal 0, so x raised to 0, that is the 1, c0 times ln x, this is the 0, again x will be there, all the terms contains m higher power of m, so we will have, that is answer is 0 plus c0 times 1 plus, here you can observe that this is the what, m is equal 0 over here, so you will get the minus 2x, then you will get the minus x plus and so on. So you will get, this is the y2, and therefore your general solution will be y of x is equal c1 y1 plus c2 y2. So just replaced y1 and y2 over here, just take that c1 c2, that is our a, and c0 c2, that will be the b, and after simplifying you will get this one, and that will be the required solution. So in this video we have discussed about that the Frobenius series case number 3. Whenever we have that the difference of two integer decimal root is integer, so whenever we have that the 0 by 0 form, so in that case we will treat arbitrary constant as it is, and based on that we will have that two arbitrary constant in the y1 solution, and that will be the final answer. And the second, whenever you get that the only any constant is going to be infinite, so again in that case we will replace a0 by c0 times m minus m1, and according to that we can find its general solution. But if one of them is not occurrence in the solution, so in that case we will consider that the general solution y of x is equal c1 y over m is equal m1 plus c2 y over m is equal m2, and that will be the final solution. Thank you.